Hello, ladies and gentlemen, again. Today the weather is not so great, but still the place is nice. So I would like to explain some things, to comment on everything what happened since yesterday when I posted a few posts, few questions on my X and received a lot of answers, which were mostly funny. But anyway, so let's go point by point. To start with, of course, that is, well, I mean, most of this very arrogant and actually very inappropriate messages of, I suppose, mainly Hikaru's fans. That is quite actually easy to indicate by the vulgarity and aggressivity of the posts very often. So, but in any case, maybe some other heroes of Twitter, of X. So, of course, they most of all didn't understand actually what I meant and didn't even want to. I guess most of them, they didn't watch my videos and so on. My video from yesterday. Anyway, so let's go point by point. First of all, yeah, I mean, I was recording the video, well, a bit in a rush, and I wanted to make it pretty short because I understand that the dramatic attention span, I mean, is dramatically reducing all the time of general public, not everyone, of course, but generally. And then, well, already my 5-6 minutes with a rather simple message seems not to get to majority of what I meant really, which is kind of depressing in general to see, but that's why I wanted to be rather quick and maybe confuse couple of words actually, because it's not so easy for me to record videos, you know, like this without any stop in English. Okay, my English is not perfect, as you can see, so yeah, I can make a bit of mistakes, but I corrected them very quickly. I mean, wording mistakes, yeah, I corrected it very quickly on my X, or also in comments to my video. But anyway, people don't actually care and they continue writing the same nonsense for quite a long time. Then I had to spend quite some time cleaning my place, you know, like you go to a toilet and you clean everything that it doesn't smell. I'm sorry. So I had to do something similar, yeah, because yeah, really, I don't want my place to become a rubbish bin. There are enough of channels or X accounts which are very happy to use, you know, to use some vulgar language and to allow people write stupidities or insults. Yeah, that's not going to happen on my account. So all those will be deleted and blocked. So don't even try to write. It doesn't make sense. You just lose time. I lose a bit of time also deleting it, blocking those people. So, well, what did I really mean? And it was just the first step. Actually, the first step, a preparation for the main like data and information I would like to share with everyone. So the point was that yes, there was this evaluation bar visible now on the YouTube videos of Hikaru when he's playing. Well, obviously, well, I mean, you have to be a rather limited person to believe that I didn't understand, first of all, that it's a video, it's not a live, that it was edited in some way, probably at least. Or, I mean, that's already a sign of not a very high intellect, I'm sorry, I believe. And secondly, when people were trying to explain me that how to edit it, that it's possible, it's also kind of, yeah, funny. Yeah, I think, of course, I know that it's possible to be edited, and I correct it myself. I mean, in this video, I just used the wrong word. I mean, what I meant actually, and I said it very quickly, that it was, I just didn't want to record again the video, and I didn't have time to yesterday, that my point was that it's not easy at all. I mean, you cannot really edit it so simply like in half an hour. No, that is for sure not, because of the details. I mean, the details, I can explain it very briefly. First of all, I mean, there is a transmission delay. So there are many questions. How I mean, editing it is actually has to be done practically manually and going through the whole video of Hikaru and doing like almost cutting every small episode because of the delay, because the delay is random. Another interesting question, which I still like wondering if somebody, I mean, can explain me, not bots or people who has no clue about it, even though pretending they do in their comments, but real professionals that, you know, if you ever followed Title Tuesday events, and that is about Title Tuesday, you can notice probably that first of all, as I mentioned already, the delay is random. So you cannot really like simply record it and then put it, you know, like just install into Hikaru's video. No, you have to manually go through. But the most interesting question is that quite often there during this the official transmission, actually the position like jumps. Let's say there is a certain position, then there is some delay. And then it jumps to another position, or quite often it's not starting from the very beginning, or at least the moves are running extremely quickly. So it's not like possible to have always on each move the evaluation bar, while if you are recording it from the official transmission stream. So then it's a very good question. I'm sorry, where from do you take this evaluation bar of those moves which are not transmitted simply on Chess.com? I guess there are ways, but I mean, all in all, it is a very serious work. I mean, it's definitely possible, yes, but it's a work in understanding of my people who are professionally doing it. It's many hours work. I mean, maybe even a couple of days work. Doesn't mean it's impossible, but there is another variation, as I already mentioned in the previous post and also in my, in my yesterday's video, that there are programs which you install, you adjust some things, it takes few minutes, basically 20 maybe for a professional, and then you can use it for all your life, which are hiding something from your monitor when you are streaming. So the streamers see your monitor, but in fact they don't see everything from your monitor. It can hide errors, it can hide the evaluation bar, which you might theoretically have as well. So that is why, and this is very simple. Then the only thing you have to do is just to record your stream already with a real camera. And the evaluation bar is there, and then just end of the stream you have already. Sorry, I just moved a bit because it was becoming too noisy there at that place. So I was talking about the possibility of just having this evaluation bar, hiding it from public when you are streaming. That is very simple. I've shown it already in video and posts and photos on X. It's really simple. And then after that, what all you have to do is just to record it with your additional camera, actually the real one with the evaluation bar, and that's it. The work is done. And then you pretend that it was just edited. I mean, I don't say it was happening, but it is a much more simple, efficient, and variation than the first one. So then, Hikaru and his, his sect is trying to explain me that, that is not the case, it was edited and so on. There is absolutely no proof of that. And logic says that basically it's not impossible, let's put it mildly, that the first variation was used. I mean, we don't know. So that is why, what is my actually main point is that if you're already doing this, if there is a way for people, for concurrents, to have reasonable kind of doubts, about the fair play, then it's very obvious to me that any player should provide a proof that he is doing exactly like this. What can be the simplest proof? To start with, no headphones. that actually is an issue which is, which was promised to me about a year ago already by Chess.com. I wouldn't tell the name, but one of the main people of Chess.com in a written form by email that this is against the policy of Chess.com, and that is going to be, sorry, my hair is, that is going to be out very soon. It never happened, yeah? That it's going to be abandoned, that you cannot use any more headphones, that is not true. I mean, that is not the case yet, so that was clearly, the very obvious, clear promise, written promise of Chess.com, which was false, yeah? For what reason, I don't know. Then the second one, then, for example, now what they're doing is they kind of forbid the chats during Title Tuesday and any other events. You can clearly see in streams, Hikaru and many others, they're using the chat, they're looking at it during a game. Doesn't matter, it just doesn't matter if somebody writes there, something not writes, giving hints, not giving hints. I mean, it is a regulation. So if it is a regulation, it has to be not violated. Yes. So if Chess.com doesn't care, and there are many streamers who are looking at chat during games, so they actually officially announce that it's not possible anymore, and they don't do anything. I mean, they basically violate their own regulations like this, not even mentioning that every streamer who is doing it is violating the regulations of the tournament. So also, difficult to explain, to understand why you make a new rule which actually you simply don't implement at all. I mean, you just don't care if somebody is obviously on camera violating this rule and you do nothing. Okay, it's also kind of strange to say the least. But so the main point is that it's about the principle, yeah. My main idea, which I want to get into the public discussion, is that anyone, in fact, but especially the streamers, there is one very simple thing to do, and I already told it a year ago to Chess.com and to the public, and for some reason everybody is trying to avoid it. There is absolutely no reason, no logical reason not to do the following. Every streamer simply has another camera, especially people like Hikaru and, professional streamers, Naroditsky, others, it's so easy for them to do it. So the camera should be, if you really care at least a bit, if you really care, not pretend, not fake your care, but really. So then you just oblige any player, any streamer to have additional camera on the back, which would record, live, yeah, that everybody can see the monitor, a real monitor, not that one which stream provides, which is actually a fake, which can be fake one, but the real monitor, and also. So you see from one camera you see the face of a player, from another camera you see the monitor of the screen, of the real live screen, and the mouse, hand with a mouse, so that you can also see that the player really making moves and there is no bot playing or whatever. So then there are all those questions, although a lot of questions are solved. Yeah, everything is very clear. And I'm pushing this for quite some time already. And basically, I simply, you can understand me that since there is absolutely no problem implementing it, it will make it it will improve a lot the fair play security. And everybody is trying to ignore it. Nobody is doing it. And that is what raises a lot of questions. So this point, this is what happened. Sorry, some machines. I think it's medical, unfortunately. This is a point which actually I want to promote. That it's absolutely essential. It's very easy to do. There is zero problem to implement it, and everybody is. I'm sorry, but let's put it straight. They really don't want to do it. Hikaru, for example, please, my friend, just put the camera, on your screen and on your hands. I mean, like it should be, not because of you, everybody should do it, but you can give an example if you are, want really to make sure that you are fair player and so on. I mean, just do it. It's so simple. Then all those questions will be solved very quickly. Why don't you do it? Why are you never doing it? Very good questions. Maybe you can answer to your, to your fans of your sect instead of actually giving answers like Hikaru did yesterday, which actually has no sense. I mean, he says, okay, I'm editing it, no proofs, no facts. It's what I do. Okay, good. Yeah, it's like somebody is getting to a doping control and he says no, there is no point because I never took doping. Yeah, I'm clean. And the doping control committee says okay, no, then no problem, fine. I mean, it is absurd. It is a childish game. So everybody should be equal. Everybody should go through this control, and especially when you have kind of some performances, let's say, which are this is another part of the video, which are a bit strange, let's put it this way. So that was mainly my point, and then many people simply couldn't get it, even though it's pretty simple, and trying to manipulate, to start insults, to start very stupid writings about it. So I wanted just to dismiss all this. This is just nonsense. This is another attempt to just switch attention of public into the real question. The real question: why you don't put why the real live recording of a monitor of a player is never there? It's very simple. Why nobody is doing it? What makes me think that it's possible that it was, instead of editing, it was done in the other way? I don't know, but because in case of Hikaru, I'm sorry, there are more than one. I mean, quite strange things, statistics, which I'm going to record very soon in the next couple of days, one after another videos. Why exactly? What is really strange there? And recently it was basically proved. I can just give a small teaser. It was basically proved that his performances, those tricks he had by various mathematicians, and I will present you those probabilities are almost non-existent. So exactly what I was saying. So I will record the video explaining in you that it is true. Again, that were independent, high-quality mathematicians. I mean, people who are specialists in this area. They checked in a very, profound way with formulas and with a lot of data, and finally came to the very similar conclusion. It's like 0.001% or 0.01%. Well, in any case, actually, that doesn't change much of the probability of this happening without any issues with fair play in general. Yeah. So and not like I don't know any actually of them personally. They're not on my side or something. Some actually maybe yes they are, maybe not. I really never spoke to them. So, and there are like at least 4 actually sources, including my own team, which came to a similar conclusion. So that is very serious. To me, it's basically a very clear proof that this is right. This is exactly the case. But in any case, I also, by the way, as you know, I offered Chess.com to have an independent, very high-level mathematicians to give their verdict, like Oxford, Yale, whatever. Yeah, they refused. So because they know, they know the truth. This is the real truth. And as long as Chess.com will not publish some their calculations, that is very clear. If they don't do it, it means it is true simply. So, and this is not the only one. There is one also very, very serious factual issue, which also makes me think that there are very serious, reasonable, argumented doubts about fair play. That's why, and now again, this evaluation bar and what else? Headphones, anything. So basically, a person who is not necessarily cheating, but there are a lot of very, very strong indication that it can be possible. And he has a carte blanche. He can do anything he wants. The only explanations he gives that okay, I'm clean, I'd never do it. Okay, that's it. And then sends his brain, very often the sorry to say brainwashed fans who are starting to write insults, idiotic things, and he thinks this is the way to react to facts and to very serious demands. I believe it's not. So that is why I'm going to record this video. I mean, I have to maybe need a couple of days to collect this material to explain everything mathematically, very, very clear mathematical formulas, which clearly shows that those streaks within a half year which he had are almost not realistic. So yeah, and that is why, well, that is my point. And the second issue, I need maybe a few more days, but it's also very, very serious, and I'm going to present it to you as soon as it's ready. Also because people are working on it, professional people and independent people, and also there are quite some results which are raising questions. So the fact is that Chess.com is just ignoring it all and simply giving carte blanche to its favorite player, well, basically probably means something is deeply wrong about it, and I'm not going to leave it like that. Thank you for your attention.